Do you know, among the many kung fu stars worldwide, whose leg skills are the most powerful? You might say it's Benny Urquidez, who is repeatedly victorious in the ring. Or perhaps Wang Zhangli, who could render Jackie Chan completely defenseless. But actually, neither of them is the best. Wang Zhangli doesn't even make the top 3. Benny is only ranked 2nd. Today, let's take a look at the complete inventory of 20 leg skill masters from global cinema, and see which country's fighters you like best. Since the video is quite long, it has been split into 2 parts. This is the second part. If you're interested, you can check out the first part. 9th place, Kasava. In 1945, Kasava was born in Korea. He began learning martial arts at a very young age. The martial art he studied was Taekwondo. By the time he was 16, he had won the National Taekwondo Championship in Korea. Later, at Sammo Hung's invitation, Kasava entered the film industry to pursue a career. It's unclear whether it was due to his lack of success in the film industry, or because Kasava's aspirations didn't lie in the film industry. He directly withdrew from the film industry at the peak of Hong Kong cinema's golden age. Kasava's kicking techniques were renowned for being overbearing and fierce. Not only could he execute the challenging flying triple kick perfectly, but he could also kick consecutively 18 times. As a result, he earned the nickname, Human Tornado. Number 8. Billy Chow. In 1959, Billy Chow was born in Laos. Later, he moved to Thailand with his parents. As a child, Billy Chow was also a devoted fan of Bruce Lee. Influenced by Bruce Lee, he later decided to learn martial arts. Billy Chow initially trained in Taekwondo. After moving to Hong Kong to further his career, he discovered that Muay Thai was quite popular in Hong Kong at the time. He then went to learn Muay Thai. Later, he also participated in a Muay Thai competition held in Hong Kong. He achieved 7 consecutive championships in the competition, due to Billy Chow's outstanding combat abilities. Gradually, no one was willing to compete against him in the ring. After he had no opponents left to fight, Billy Chow was introduced to Jackie Chan. Later, he not only joined Jackie Chan's stunt team, but also became Jackie Chan's personal bodyguard. The role that left the deepest impression of Billy Chow on audiences is undoubtedly the major antagonist he played in the movie, Drunken Master 2. In this film, he showcased his masterful kicking techniques vividly and thoroughly. Seventh place, Wang Zhangri. In 1944, Wang Zhangri was born in Osaka, Japan. However, Wang Zhangri was not Japanese, but Korean. His family was forced to relocate to Japan during World War II. So, after the end of World War II, their family returned to Korea. Wang Zhangli can be described as a martial arts genius. He only began studying martial arts at the age of 14. The martial art he learned at that time was Taekwondo. However, by the age of 20, he had already become a 7th degree black belt in Taekwondo. At 21, he opened his own dojo and began teaching students. At that time, Wang Zhangli was extremely famous in Korea. Later, the Korean army even invited him to serve as a martial arts instructor for the military. In 1964, Wang Zhangli joined the Korean army in participating in the Vietnam War, led by the United States. After arriving in Vietnam, Wang Zhangli had a verbal dispute with a local resident. When that Vietnamese man learned that Wang Zhangli was a martial arts expert, he issued a one-on-one challenge to him. Wang Zhangli readily accepted the duel invitation. Later, when the Vietnamese man launched an attack on Wang Zhangri delivered a flying kick. It directly struck the temple of the Vietnamese man. The Vietnamese man immediately collapsed to the ground, unable to get up. When others went to check on him, they discovered that he was already dead. This shows that Wang Zhangri's leg techniques are indeed not an undeserved reputation. Number 6. Bruce Liang. In 1948, Bruce Liang was born in Guangdong Province. His father was the head of an opera troupe. He often traveled with the troupe to perform throughout the country. As a result, Bruce Liang grew up with his grandmother. Bruce Liang mentioned in an interview that, since his father was away from home for years at a time, his grandmother was often bullied by the neighbors. To protect his grandmother, he developed the idea of learning martial arts. Coincidentally, there was a martial arts school on his way to school. So, after school every day, he would go to the entrance of that martial arts school to secretly learn martial arts from others. Since Bruce Liang's academic performance as a child was not very good, he dropped out of school early and returned home. At the time, his uncle happened to be working as a martial arts instructor at Shaw Brothers Studio. Seeing how much Bruce Liang loved practicing martial arts, he brought him to the set to assist with martial arts instruction. After coming to the set, his uncle taught him the northern-style kicking techniques. Later, he also learned Wing Chun and karate, among other martial arts, from the other stunt instructors on set. Bruce Liang's martial arts skills in actual combat were also very strong. He participated in an all-Hong Kong fighting competition that included foreign fighters. In the competition, he won 2 championships and 1 runner-up title. Sammo Hung once said in an interview, he mentioned that all martial arts stars show skills in movies that have been enhanced or stylized. In real-life fights, it's impossible to fight as impressively as shown in films. But only Bruce Liang can, in reality. In real life, his fighting was just as impressive as it was in the movies. This shows that only Bruce Liang managed to put his martial arts skills into practice. Fifth place, Wang Zhangli. In 1940, Wang Zhangli was born in Korea. He was also a martial arts prodigy. His expertise lay in Aikido and Taekwondo. Because Wang Zhangli excelled in using his left leg for attacks, he earned the title, King of Left Leg Attacks. In an interview, Bruce Liang once said that while filming a movie with Wang Zhangli, he had challenged him twice, but he was defeated both times. Later, he told Bruce Lee about this. When Bruce Lee learned about such a skilled fighter, he immediately invited him to join his upcoming movie, Way of the Dragon. However, Wang Zhangli initially did not want to take part in the film. The reason was that, after reading the script, he felt insulted, because the script described him as being easily defeated by Bruce Lee. So, he challenged Bruce Lee. He even said that if Bruce Lee could defeat him in real life, he would agree to act in this movie. Bruce Lee gladly accepted the challenge. In the end, Bruce Lee defeated Wang Zhangli in just a few moves. Wang Zhangli kept his promise. Fourth place, Tan Taoliang. In 1947, Tan Taoliang was born in Weihai City, Shandong Province. However, at a young age, he moved to South Korea with his parents. Tan Taoliang began practicing martial arts at the age of 7. The martial art he studied was also Taekwondo. At the age of 20, he won the championship of the South Korean Taekwondo competition. He went on to win the championship for 3 consecutive years. In 1970, when Chang Ching-kuo visited South Korea, Tan Taoliang demonstrated his kicking techniques for him. After watching, Chang Ching-kuo felt that Tan Taoliang's kicking techniques were exceptional, so he invited him to come to Taiwan to further his career. He also appointed him as the head Taekwondo coach of the National Army. After arriving in Taiwan, Tan Taoliang's superb kicking skills attracted the attention of many prominent directors in the film industry. At their enthusiastic invitation, Tan Taoliang entered the film industry to further his career. Tan Taoliang's kicking techniques were extraordinarily powerful. He could keep his right leg perfectly still, while continuously attacking opponents with his left leg. As a result, Tan Taoliang earned the title, North Leg King. The third person is Billy Chow. In 1958, Billy Chow was born in Canada. As a child, he was frail and often ill. Despite taking many tonics, his condition did not improve. Later, on the suggestion of an older brother who practiced martial arts, he began studying martial arts for a period of time. Billy Chow found that not only did his body become stronger, but he also became less prone to illness. To make his body stronger, he began seeking out teachers to learn martial arts. Later, through a friend's introduction, he met a boxing coach. However, this boxing coach had a rule for teaching students. He only taught those who would fight in the ring. Those who wouldn't fight in the ring wouldn't be taught. To learn authentic martial arts skills, Billy Chow agreed to the coach's condition. He promised to enter the ring after mastering martial arts. Billy Chow had exceptional talent in martial arts. He trained with this coach for only 6 years. He won the lightweight kickboxing championship held in Canada. Later, he competed in the World Light Middleweight Kickboxing Championship. He won the championship. Moreover, he was the first Chinese athlete to win a gold belt in a world-class competition. After gaining recognition in the boxing world, he attracted the attention of Sammo Hung. At Sammo Hung's invitation, he also ventured into the film industry. Billy Chow, who started his career as a boxer, though his kicking techniques are not particularly flashy, his practical combat skills are exceptionally strong. Kung Fu master Yu Hai once said in an interview, because his arms are incredibly strong, he never uses protective gear when filming fight scenes with others. But when he films fight scenes with Billy Chow, after just one round, the pain becomes unbearable. This shows how hard Billy Chow's legs really are. The second person is Benny Urquidez. In 1952, Benny was born in the United States. He was born into a family of fighters. His father was a boxing champion, and his mother was a wrestling champion. Growing up in such a family, Benny began studying martial arts at a very young age. In 1964, Benny made his debut in a point-based competition. He was hailed as the Colorful Warrior. His professional fighting record was 63 wins and 0 losses, 57 co-victories. And when he knocked out opponents, the move he used most often was the spinning airborne back kick. After becoming famous, Benny Urquidez briefly ventured into the film industry. But because his combat skills were too strong, directors feared he might severely injure the protagonists with just one move. As a result, very few directors were willing to cast him in films. Therefore, Benny appeared in very few films after entering the film industry. The first is Bruce Lee. In 1940, Bruce Lee was born in San Francisco, California, USA. His ancestral home is Guangdong. At a very young age, he went to Hong Kong with his parents. As a child, Bruce Lee was frail and often ill. To improve his physical health, his father had him practice Tai Chi under his guidance. Who knew that through this practice, Bruce Lee developed a deep interest in martial arts. From then on, he began seeking teachers everywhere to learn martial arts. At the age of 13, he had already mastered martial arts styles such as Hung Gar, Choi Li Foot, and Wing Chun. Later, he studied with Xiao Hansheng, a disciple of Huo Dong, the son of Huo Yuanzhao. He learned authentic northern-style martial arts. In an interview, Xiao Hansheng said, Bruce Lee had exceptional martial arts talent. What would take others months to learn in terms of basic routines, he could master in just a few days. After Bruce Lee came to the United States, he further studied taekwondo, karate, western boxing, and martial arts like kickboxing. He then combined all these martial arts techniques, integrating their advantages. Afterwards, he invented Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do includes 4 methods of attack. They are kicking techniques, punching techniques, grappling, and joint locks. Bruce Lee's kicking technique is also known as Lee's triple kick. Many people believe that Lee's triple kick refers to delivering 3 kicks consecutively while standing in a fixed position. But actually, that's not the case. Bruce Lee's flying triple kick requires him to pivot every time he strikes. Additionally, each pivot results in a different kicking angle. The key point is that you can never predict where the triple kick will land. This is because Bruce Lee's foot decides midway through the kick whether to strike high or aim low. Combined with the lightning speed of Bruce Lee's kicks, it becomes extremely difficult for opponents who aren't adept at agile movements to avoid them. Therefore, it's nearly impossible to fend off Bruce Lee's triple kick attack. Which country's kicking specialists do you admire the most? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. That's all for today's show. See you next time.